Hi, my name is RemovableSanity, and I'm here to give you my review on Xbox One's latest Kinect game, Blue Estate.
This way, Tony. There's a secret elevator with the rest of Kimbong's secrets.
Yeah, what kind of secrets?
The expensive kind.
Ah, jeez.
Blue Estate is a game developed by Hesaw, based upon the Blue Estate comic books by Victor Kalchev. Now, to be honest with you, I didn't hear or know about this game literally until I actually saw it on the PlayStation Network. And it kind of gave me an urge to have a, see what this was like. The game itself is a rail shooter, a genre which is rarely, if at all, seen in today's gaming. And to be honest with you, it's a shame, because this genre used to be so great at what it was. I'd go to the arcade, I'd pick up Time Crisis, and I'd spend hours on it. And you know what? I kind of miss it a little bit. I spend so much time on here, and I kind of miss this sort of on the rail shooter. These sort of things should be brought back a little bit, and thankfully I think this could be helping it out here. This game could actually help it out, bring it back. You'll find yourself traversing the environment and moving down waves of enemies as either Tony Luciano, who's a bit of a dick but he's actually quite lovable now and then, or ex-Navy SEAL Clarence, who's been hired by Tony's crime boss father Don Luciano to clean up the mess Tony's made. Well, what do you expect? Both these characters' stories are really enjoyable, strangely enough. They're actually kind of fun, but they won't hold your attention for long. And overall, it's a quick fun moment. And I'll tell you what, you'll probably end up going back to it just to play be a bit silly and play again. Blue Estate has tons of comedic humour, worms going there, which is one of my favourite things about this title. It's just not just straight-laced, it takes the piss out of itself. Not just in what is said by the protagonist or anti-agonists, but through on-screen text pop-ups that will relay certain information such as 6 hours later, or reference viable sources like Wikipedia. It's enough for any person who's literally just come out to have a laugh, and for us old-school fans to still have a laugh. You don't see, there is a few things here that you'll just end up giggling to yourself. There's one particular moment I must mention, and that's when Tony Luciano discovers a golden junkie at the centre of Kim Jong's hideout, and instantly detracts him from what's happening, and jokes about crossing the Dothraki Sea. If a game even slightly references Game of Thrones, hell, you're going to get my attention. The humour and parody of the game is also quite dark, and if you weren't a fan of the interview, then I doubt this game is going to be the optimum choice for you. But if you are kind of okay with that, this game would have you in stitches in some areas. For some reason, you'll have bosses here who are not easy, and don't get me wrong, this is actually quite challenging in certain things. You will have to be very careful about this, and you will have to really, kind of get your wits about you. Each story episode, and there's about 7, grants you with 5 lives. Back to the old school method of doing things, I say, which is a nice blast from the past. And there's also little moments throughout the levels which have a shoot the mole portions of the gameplay, which is basically you standing there with no cover and trying to shoot these guys before you get hurt or killed. It's not too bad, and overall it is kind of a good laugh. It can be a bit tedious on the odd occasion, but to be honest with you, I was having so much fun, it didn't actually bother me. There are little places you can do as well. You can shoot people in the arms, you can shoot people in the legs, foots. Nut shots, for instance, give you extra little bonuses. And, lucky cat pieces dotted around the levels will give you extra and boost ratings to your overall score. If you can get, 1 or 2 stars, you're doing rather well. But to get 3 or 4 and possibly 5, you're really going to have to push your gaming right higher and much better than what you normally would do. And this is where it comes in to the Kinect. The game is designed to be used for the Kinect 2.0, and it does it really, really well. The actual Kinect works, which is strange. Some of the Kinect games here don't seem to be so responsive, but here it is perfect. And to be honest with you, the way it's going, this could actually bring back some of the old rail shooters, because it is done perfectly. You can actually just move your hand around, and where you point, you shoot. Don't get me wrong, there is also a controller one as well, but to be honest with you, if you have the Kinect, I recommend heartily trying it. You'll absolutely have a laugh. And pointing your hand at a screen while shooting, hell, even just going blam blam blam, is absolutely hilarious. You have other little things as well, which you can have, like interactions. For instance, you can move your left hand, just knock out grenades or move your hair out of the way. And, you know, it often breaks things up a little bit and makes it a little bit more fun. The story mode in this is around 2 to 3 to 4 hours long, and there is a 1,000 gamer score, but that's going to take you a lot longer. Finding collectibles on here, especially those little cat pieces I was talking about earlier, are tough. And sometimes you can just miss things. You know, you'll be going through and all of a sudden you go, oh bugger, I missed that option. The Xbox One exclusive arcade mode also unlocks after you've completed every single episode. The gameplay can become pretty hectic due to the absence of cutscenes, and your actions will be put on a timer, with kills having to be achieved within a certain time of one another. Similar to the Call of Duty's Ghost Crank game mode. Overall, the arcade mode isn't actually a welcomed addition. It's really quite fun, and you know, it breaks it up from the story mode. But don't worry, there's also a co-op mode, and tell you what, that is even better. That can actually have a real good laugh and make you enjoy yourself. Doing it with someone else is absolutely a laugh. I'd recommend it. Just have a little play around and see what you like. Overall, the Kinect on this has been done well. This is a really good Kinect title, and probably out of all the Kinect titles I've played, even when I'm back on the 360, this has probably been the best one yet. For £8 or $10, this is a steal, and I would recommend it to anyone. If you're having to think about self-doubts, have a look at the old Twitch streams and see what you think. But to be honest with you, it's not really going to give you much, information without having to play it yourself. Honestly, Kinect movement system here is amazing, and for once they've made a game that actually looks like it's going to sell well, and hopefully will make more games like this. This is what we need. We need more games like this, I think. Bring back the old Kinect, because it was, it is a very nice piece of equipment. Just look at the upload videos that you can do with it. Green screen options now. We need more games like this to push the Kinect, and to be honest with you, it's a great addition to the Kinect gaming system. 100% recommend it. For me, I would say this is going to be around a 9, 8.5 to 9 out of 10. It has some little bit of a problems, but to be honest with you, you'll be having so much fun, you won't even care.